Hello, 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 hello. Yo, what is going on, all you little oddballs? It's your boy Corboy back at it again today with a new video. I know I haven't uploaded in a minute, but we got to talk about some great things. I could not be more excited to have this video finally out because I finally got to play E Day because we have the early access open beta going on right now, and all I can say is this game is so damn good, it's not even funny. Genuinely speaking, I have not had this much fun playing a Gears in a long time, and I honestly could not be more hopeful about Gears in general after playing this game. Like, first of all, the multiplayer is insanely fun. It's mainly what I've been playing is versus. I will always love versus in Gears of War. It's always just a great time to me. Um, and then also Horde Siege is also extremely enjoyable. I played it a little bit last night and it's really fun. I like the new take on Horde. I think it's actually really good for Gears to have a very open and different kind of PvE element. I think it adds a lot of replayability to the game and I really enjoy it, especially with all the like the weapon attachments, the classes you can play as, all the things you can do on the big map. And this is just one of the maps apparently. I think we're supposed to be getting two or three with the actual full release of the game. But I want to talk about some other things as well before we dive into like each individual mode. First of all, I just want to say this: if you have never played Gears before, or if Gears has always been kind of an intimidating game for you due to like how the gameplay works with like the wall bouncing, the Nasher meta, etc., please do yourself a favor and actually like pick up E-Day and try it. It I don't know how to explain it, but it's such a fresh take on Gears. I would say it's also, while I think this game does have a pretty like large skill gap, like Gears always has had. And I think it's like one of the things that makes me love Gears is Gears has never shied away from having a skill gap like no other. The game itself is also really like player friendly. Like I've noticed like a lot of like seemingly not really like longtime Gears players playing in the beta, and I think it's really good to see that. I think it's good to see people coming in and trying this game out and experiencing all the new things and features that eBay has to offer. Um, the game is a lot more slowed down. You're not going to be doing like crazy wall bounces. While like you kind of can, the maps really aren't laid out for it necessarily. It's a lot more towards like the newer movement, like the sliding, the jumping, etc. Which of course are things we haven't seen in Gears before. And I'll be honest, when I first started playing, I was really thrown off and I was like, God, my brain is not comprehending this. It took a little bit, but we ended up getting it down and we actually like got our mechanics down and stuff, figured out our control scheme and stuff like that, which is a little odd, especially playing on controller. I'm running with my analog stick now, but it feels more natural. One thing that was throwing me off with the controls, at least, was having sprint and A on the same button. So I've always been an alt player, which means I run with my X button and I take cover with my A button. It's just a lot easier for movement. And trying to figure out a control setting that would work for everything that's new in the game was definitely kind of difficult, but we got it down and the game feels great in terms of like moving around the map and everything. I think it feels really good. It feels heavy too. It reminds me of that Gears of War 1 feel where all the characters actually have some weight to them. Like whenever you go to take cover, the way your character hits it and the way it sticks throws me off a little bit at first. I'm not used to it being as sticky as it is, but it makes the characters feel like they are as big as they are. It's like they have the armor on that they actually have on, and I like that feel a lot. I also like a lot of the outplayability that you can do with some things in this game, especially with like the slide. You'll notice on some maps there'll be like little like crevices that you can crawl through, but if you're running, you can slide through them, just to like break lines of sight or to like flank enemies, stuff like that. I love a lot of the map designs, even though we only have two currently in multiplayer. I think they are both really good, and I like the way they're designed. So I hope the rest of the maps have that kind of design philosophy. Now, it does make me curious about remakes coming into the game, possibly with like older maps coming back to Gears E Day. I don't know how they would work necessarily because those maps have a intrinsic design point of being built for how the movement was in the original trilogy and the two games after. And I don't know if they would really work in E-Day and how the game flows. It does make me a little curious, or if like what they would change, which personally I wouldn't be mad about. I like whenever remakes of like older maps and games feel like proper remakes that are built for the game that I'm playing. It's one issue I have with like Gears 5, for example. I think a lot of the OG maps that are in Gears 5 like do not play super well. They feel way too small for how fast Gears 5 is. And I'm hoping that they, do like proper remakes for certain maps if they decide to bring any back. And I hope it does really well for the game. But like I said, I'll never know until I play them. But as a whole, like I said, the game just feels really good. The Nasher feels like punchy. It doesn't feel. It's weird because it feels different to me, at least from any other Gears game. Like, I don't feel like you can be at like fairly far ranges with the Nasher and like kind of pick people off or like get crazy amounts of damage on them. It really does allow, I think, like the Lancer to shine also in the sandbox, which is one thing I like, but it doesn't like feel overpowered either. Like they feel like both of the starting weapons feel well balanced to where there's a reason to have both of them. There's a reason to use both of them, and I really really like that. Like the Lancer has its use. I'm pit. You can like get really good damage off of people from like medium range, and then as they close the gap onto you, you switch to your Nasher. You try to like hit some movement on them, and then you can get the kill and finish them off pretty quickly. Um, I really do like that. I think the sandbox is really well balanced. Also, the new weapons, what we've got to use are really, really fun. Especially the what is it? The incinerator, the new shotgun. That thing is absolutely insane. It's a little weird because it's like a charge up shotgun, but that thing absolutely decimates people. And by God, do I love using it. It is a super, super fun weapon to use. Also, the gut puncher is really fun too. It's a cool little like grenade launcher that is on the map market, and I think it's really fun. I will say my one thing that I haven't really picked yet that like I'm still like kind of learning a little bit is how the long shot feels in this game. Well, I love the long shot in any Gears game. The aim assist in this game can feel a little weird, at least to like a long time Gears player. It feels a little off to me sometimes when I'm like trying to use it. So I thought about maybe like turning it off and seeing how if it feels more like a traditional long shot to me. But overall, the weapons feel really, really good in this game. I also love how the hammer burst feels. Weirdly enough, it's the classic hammer burst, like from Gears One. So it's the 3 round burst hammer burst, not the single shot. Well, kind of full auto, but it's better to use it as a single shot. Hammer burst that we got in like 2, 3, 4, and onward. It's very much like the classic style with the classic like look of the hammer burst as well. Overall, like I really like how it feels. I think the sandbox feels really good in the game. And that's really all I got for versus. Now, Horde Siege, which I haven't played nearly as much. I think it's really good though. I'm really excited for the full game come out. I would love to get a full squad of friends to like hop in, do some 4 player on it. So the way it works, if I'm not mistaken, it's like I think it's 3 or 4 squads drop into a big map with a bunch of objectives. So you have like side objectives, you have your main objective, and then you try to exfil after you complete your main objective. So you'll defeat bosses like the big frog thingies; those are kind of cool looking. You'll defeat cedars, you can fight corpsers, you can fight all kinds of different enemies. And then you'll have like your main objective, which the one that I did yesterday was the like the horde wave kind of one. You're trying to defend a dig site and basically like you'll try to kill all the enemies out of e-holes. You'll also have like encounters with like boomers and stuff like that, especially the big troika boomer, which is dope. I like that guy a lot. I just like the way he looks. He's big. I like the boomer. He's cool. I love the new design of the boomers. I like how they took what we knew as the boomer and we're like, let's just make him even bigger. Let's just make him bigger. Like, why not? Go for it. And I love that. I love just a big ass enemy that's a bullet sponge that's kind of stupid. I'm a big fan of him. I like the boomer a lot. Also, the new wretch design, actually like having them run at you, kind of terrifying. Them little fuckers are quick and they kind of scare the shit out of me. But they're really, really well done. And I think Horde Siege, if you like games like Helldivers, for example, and stuff like that, I think Horde Siege is a mode that you will absolutely love to death. It is a super, super fun mode. I think it'd be even more fun with friends, like I said earlier. It's just really enjoyable. There's a lot of replayability to it. They added a attachment system in that mode with the weapons, so you can put like different optics on your weapons. You can get different attachments that apply to like reloads, cover, critical shots, etc. Like there's so much custom ability. You can even customize your armor as well to have certain buffs that affect your player in game. It'll affect your abilities, etc. And I think that's really really cool. And then of course each unique class has their own unique class ability, and I just think that adds a lot of replayability. You can level up each class. You can get all the mods for each class, and earn a bunch of different stuff while playing Horde Siege. And I think that's really really fun. I like that they added so much to this game that isn't like seasonal content. They've already said like there's not going to be a battle pass and stuff like that. It's just there is stuff that you can earn in game by just doing stuff. And I love that. We're also getting the OG medal system back from Gears 3, which if you know anything about Gears 3, you probably know about the iconic Seriously 3.0 achievement. And that achievement, the big grind in it, is getting every single Onyx medal in the game. And it was one of those grinds. A lot of people don't have that achievement. Shit, even as a 20-year Gears player, I don't even have Seriously 3.0. It is one of those achievements that is like, if you have that, we know you played. Like, we know that you truly put the most time that you could into this game, and it is a impressive feat to have it unlocked. It is one of those, just it's sacred, and I truly hope, with, I guess they would call it like Seriously E-Day, I hope it's something like that where it's just this one achievement that's like, holy shit, how do we get this? Now, besides all of that, like I was saying earlier, if you have never played Gears before, if you were a new player and at one point you were kind of intimidated by Gears, please do yourself a favor and come play the beta. Rather you pre-order it or not, play the open beta when it comes out. If you don't feel like pre-ordering, give the game a shot. This is a phenomenal, and I mean a phenomenal game. It is so good, and it is very friendly to new players. Like, it is a game that I feel like anyone could pick up, and I have not been able to say that about Gears of War in a very, very long time. And it truly makes me happy that I can say that. I can see people playing this game again. I can see Gears of War being a big household title again, like it used to be. And more than anything, the Coalition, if I can ask you of one thing, bring back Gears Esports. Listen, brother, I need it. Listen, I see Icy playing. I see Summons playing. I see Mental. I see some of my favorite players playing this game. And I see how much they love it. Please, for the love of God, give me back Gears Esports. I really need it. I don't think you understand how badly I need Gears Esports back. And I know there's going to be some people that see this video who never watched Gears Esports back in the day. It was a special, special thing, and by God, do I miss it. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna hop out of here. The footage is over. I forgot it wasn't even that long. I went on a whole ramble fest. Now y'all just gonna look at me on a black screen. I love you all. Later.